Honorable Men Discord. Shaking my head. Let's talk about it.
Nigga took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe, nigga. Put your back against the wall and just slide down. You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all niggas to understand you gotta stop making business personal. Get your money. You don't know these niggas don't know you. And for anybody going against Ricky Rose, let me have this. I've been putting my foot up you niggas' asses for the last 15 years. Everything you niggas touch crumble. Why you think Rose on top? We don't take this shit personal. We getting to the motherfucking money, nigga. Now, Big Meech, February 13th, that concert gonna be off the motherfucking hook. Putting his foot up you niggas' asses and leaving it in your motherfucking intestine, nigga. You know what's going down. Car show bigger than ever. Ricky Rose, the biggest nigga.
I told you so. I told you so. I told you all so. I told you so. Here's where I tell you I told you so. When I did the episode on Does Meech owe 50 Cent, I wasn't talking about money. I was talking about does he owe him some type of loyalty for 50 Cent putting his son in the series and helping to keep the name alive. But there was some good responses in the comments. One, first of all, it was business, so it was a win-win for both Meech and 50. So it wasn't like 50 Cent was doing something for Meech that Meech and his legacy, his story wasn't doing for 50, if that makes sense. I don't know if I worded that right. But basically, they were in business with each other and they both benefited from the series. 50 Cent went into it obviously because he knows that the story would have would have the story would draw in a crowd that that's familiar with BMF, and so 50 Cent knew it was a win. And then by casting Little Meech in the series, it was a no-brainer. But we're here now. We're here now. You know, I'm not gonna say I didn't see this coming because I know the way 50 Cent operates based on what he always does publicly. I do not know 50 Cent personally. I do not know Meech personally, and I don't know Rick Ross personally. Based on public perception and what I see, um, 50 Cent, the way I see 50 Cent handle certain things, I was just waiting for this. As a matter of fact, someone in the comments, I remember telling someone in the comment, I said, if 50 Cent has the issue with Meech having Rick Ross as one of the guest entertainers, we'll know by IG. I remember telling that to one of you guys in the comments, and sure enough, 50 Cent is being 50 Cent. 50 Cent went as far as posting a picture of a rat and then put, I think I'm Big Meech. I mean, you all saw it. If you haven't seen it, take a look at 50 Cent's IG. I'm not surprised. Now, I was wondering if Meech was going to say something in return to 50 Cent, but he did it, which is fine. I mean, the man just got out of prison. I think the last thing on his mind is putting himself on social media, going back and forth with 50 Cent. It is childish, by the way. I think it's childish, but it is what it is, right? So now Rick Ross, in defense of Meech and in defense of himself, because 50 Cent has an issue with Meech, doing the promotion for the party with Rick Ross. Rick Ross is defending himself. Rick Ross went in on 50 Cent on his Instagram, But that's not out of the norm for Rick Ross either, because Rick Ross, from time to time, he gets on his IG and he's very animated. I'll put it like that. He's a very animated man, very entertaining, and this is making for great content. It's making for great talks. But I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see anything spill past the internet back and forth. Because at the end of the day, 50 Cent is successful, Rick Ross is successful. I happen to like both of their music. I'm not taking a side on this. I just find this to be interesting. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on this. But I saw this coming. That's all I'm going to say. I saw this coming. And that's all I got to say on this. I saw this coming. I'm pretty sure the BMF series, they probably shot the next season already. So it's not as though that's going to be ruined. I think 50 Cent still plans to put out a season, which I think he alluded to that on IG also. But I think it's safe to say, and this is me making a prediction, I think it's safe to say Little Meech is no longer going to be in the series. So where are they at? Season 3 or something like that? I believe season 3 will air. If it doesn't, I mean, I don't know. If it does air and it's successful, I can see 50 Cent going on to a 4th season without Little Meech. Because all 50 Cent has to do is just, do the whole time lapse. He could say in a 4th season, or whichever season it is, he can say 10 years later, 5 years later, or whatever, and then find new casting for the Meech and his brother's role. It's simple. It's not hard to accomplish. Plus, I was talking to a colleague of mine today, and he brought up a good point. He said 50 Cent is selfish because he went out there sabotaging the series, not even considering the other actors that needed the work. He didn't think about them. He just thought about his feelings towards Meech, and it's almost like he's sabotaging the series. But it was very selfish to the other actors that were enjoying their time on the set for the BMF series. And when my colleague brought that up, I thought about it. I was like, you're right. But again, 50 is going to be 50. Ross is going to be Ross. Meech is going to be Meech. I have no stake in this. I'm entertained by it. I don't want it to spill out into the streets and get violent. I'm not here for that. I don't want them to be there for that either. These guys are millionaires. All right? Is Meech a millionaire? I don't know if he's a millionaire, but he's in a good spot either way you look at it. When he was working with 50, and if he ends up doing some work with Rick Ross, he's in good company, I should say. But the back and forth is entertaining, but I don't know what to make of it. I personally don't care for too much back and forth between the both of them. I think it's safe to say for me, after this, I'll probably bow out of this discussion unless 50 Cent makes a record. That would be interesting if he made a diss track at Rick Ross, or if Rick Ross made a diss track, and if it was actually worthy of speaking on. If it's worthy of speaking on, then I'll revisit this. But I saw this coming. I think many of you all saw it coming also, but there was a small, tiny percentage that jumped in the comments as if like I was looking to be divisive and start beefs and stuff like that. Please, my channel's not large enough to start beefs. All right, let me keep this all the way 1,000. All right. My channel's not big enough to start a beef. I'm not here to build a channel off of beef. I have other content on this channel, and I know I'm digressing right now, but I got to speak to those that felt the need to jump in my comments on the this Meech or 50 Cent videos. Like, please, that's not what I'm here for. I'm reporting like everybody else. It's out there. These men are, like I said, are gonna operate the way they're gonna operate, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't want to see any of them get hurt behind this. It's just retarded because they're millionaires. Even when you're poor, it's retarded, in my opinion. All right. But let me know your thoughts out there. Did 50 go too far with posting the picture of the rat? Did Ross go too far with all that he said about 50, and then also taking a jab at Uncle Murder? Did Ross go too far? Did Meech go too far? Did they all go too far? All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment. I don't really know if there's a right or wrong in this, because I understand those who told me in the comments, they're like, hey, would you have done business with somebody who did business with someone you didn't like? That was one of the comments that I received. And I had to think about it. I was like, my initial response was, I didn't see a problem with it, because it's not like anyone died behind the beef, but there was a fight with Mike Knox in Gunplay. But realistically speaking, if I was 50 Cent, I probably wouldn't like, excuse me. I don't know. Every time I record, all of a sudden, I got the gas. But anyway, if I was 50 Cent, I probably would feel the same way, and I would not want to do further business with Meech. But I would not be doing the posts with the rat and all that kind of stuff. That would just be behind closed doors. I'd let his people know, listen, after this series, I'm gonna move forward, and I'm just not gonna do business with you, and just left it like that. I don't know. I'd like to believe if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't operate on such low frequencies. No, I wouldn't work on low frequencies. I could answer that. No. I'm not a millionaire now, and I can't stand dealing with low frequency behavior. I don't like low frequency behavior. So no, I wouldn't operate like 50 Cent entirely, but I most likely would cut off business, any further business dealings with Meech. But I'm not gonna hit social media and make posts. That I won't do. Now, Rick Ross is who he is.
Listen, you wouldn't be able to imagine how many different times motherfuckers tried to fix the issues with me and Curly Jackson. No. I always said no. Why? It's a free TV show for me. I could wake up in the morning and say, that pussy nigga can't dress. Nigga's a peon and he ain't got no paper. None. All that aqua vitamin water shit was foo-foo. Stop. And then I could just run an ad. It's like having a TV show. Diss a nigga, turn the ratings up, boom, then you give him a commercial, boom, and say Rick Ross Car Show June 7th. You feel me? That's what I got. I could wake up, and who else could do that? I could wake up, fuck 50. That nigga's a pussy. Nigga ain't got no paper. Tight clothes nigga be wearing a Yankee hat with a Casablanca button up with the collar halfway turned up. Stop.
Ross is a entertaining guy, much like Fat Joe's an entertaining guy. I think they have a way with words that draws you in. It's their personality. They seem like the type of people, like I could listen to their stories any day. Between Rick Ross and Fat Joe, if they're telling stories, I'm gonna listen to it, because they just have a way with words, and they're great when it comes to like an interview, because their energy, But that's a little bit off subject. Folks, as always, I thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.